Well, NBA YoungBoy, he beat a federal gun case last year, but there's
Amazing.
another gun case that he has on the table right now. Tell me about this new gun case that he has to deal with.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a federal case in and of itself, and it's hard to beat these feds. The fact that he beat the first one was outrage. His whole life is amazing. If you wanted to compare it to anybody, you look at somebody like Tupac. Not saying that they're the same lyrically, of course, because I'm an old head, and to me, like Tupac's one or two, but I don't know how he's gotten this far in life and been through all the things that he's been through. Having said that, he's filming, down the street. He's filming his rap video, Chopper City. And some neighbors call in and say, hey, we see 15, 16 young men out here and they're smoking weed and they got guns. And now here comes, the storm of police and, they catch them all with, with weed. There's hydrocodone. There's guns in the grass. There's rifles in the cars. There's Xanax. There's digital scale. I mean, there's everything, right? But upon further investigation, and you see this all the time with these state cops, they just make a lot of mistakes. And there were mistakes with the warrant. There were mistakes with the collection of evidence. And so the judge ended up throwing out a lot of evidence, critical evidence that really could have condemned NBA. And so the case is now on appeal because the judge really threw out so much evidence that the state really can't continue on with the case without trying to fight it. So now they're at the appeals court and we're going to see what the judges up there say about it. But it does look like his constitutional rights were violated. And it kind of seems from what the judge was saying that, some of the information provided on these reports, it was wrong. But then you get to where, was it wrong intentionally? Was this information fabricated, right? Were they really trying to get him? So, I'm rooting for him. He's been through so much in his life. I just really, you see all these cases, Vlad, and it's like, these young brothers, man, obviously they're intelligent. Obviously they have skills. And they are presented with life-changing money. And some people are able to get out. You look at a 50 Cent who was in these streets. You look at a Jay-Z, you could argue that he was outside. You look at a Lil Wayne, right? He was engaged in gunplay, shot himself. You always used to see him back in the day with the red flag. And, look at him now, he's calm. You look at 50 Cent now, Jay-Z, they're calm. But, you can also look at a Biggie. You can also look at a Tupac. You can look at a Nipsey, people who were also geniuses and didn't make it out, even though they just had opportunities over opportunities and opportunities. And, you just hope that NBA YoungBoy can kind of, get lucky and say, okay, let me beat this case and then let me just clean it up, because you're not going to beat these cases forever. You're just not going to. And so your luck is going to run out. It's kind of like a prize type of thing where you're getting all this money and all this money. You got to stop at some point. It's just like these Hollywood films where the old guy is like, okay, I'm going to do one last robbery and that's going to be it. It's always one last one. So hopefully it comes back that, hopefully the judge is right in NBA YoungBoy's case. The appellate court finds that his rights were violated and the state dismisses it, or the government dismisses it. And then he can kind of, get himself together. Because he's been through so much already. It's ridiculous.